What's up, everybody? You know what night it is. It is the very first charity box break sponsored by Burbank Sports Cards. And guys, I am super excited to bring you this break because we got a very special sponsor in Burbank Sports Cards and a very special guest in Coleman Cards, Coleman, who I've had on many times before and is one of your favorite guests because he knows so much about cards as well as finance. And he just he kicks ass at everything he does. So I'm excited to bust these packs open. We definitely have a couple of great participants in here. We got Anthony, Levi, Ryan, and Brenton. And Coleman is going to be pulling the cards of the other guys. But before we get into the break, definitely want to do the catchphrase. Welcome back. Now let's get to work. But also bring on our guest and just chat for a bit as people start hopping on. I'm also going to hop on Coleman's live. So let's bring him on in right now.
What's up, everybody?
There you are, man. There you are with your elbow on your knee like a true laid-back LA actor that just doesn't care.
That's right, man. That's right. I was debating on which way I would posture during this live stream. I was thinking about it all day, and I decided as laid back as possible, but you got it. You called it out immediately, so I'm gonna have to resort back to something more
professional. Well, it works well with your reverse color bowling tee or bowling shirt that reveals just a good amount of chest hair. That's a solid combination you got there.
Just enough chest hair to make you wonder.
So you're also live on Instagram now, right?
I am, yeah. So I have briefed a bunch of people that are on here about the charity break, and then you're going to join. You want to?
Yeah, I'm going to try and join. I mean, it looks like it's loading. Right now I just see a kissy face from you, so I don't know what I can do with that. Which actually makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't know why it just stopped right there, but that's what I got. So I was going to join you on the live, but if that doesn't work out, not the end of the world. A lot of people are familiar with who you are. We got South Stands in the house, Brian Sherlin, another huge Bucks fan, Brett S., Johnny Rodriguez, who's going to be in the break. But who are you? Introduce yourself a bit in case anyone is not familiar with your background.
So I'm gonna try and talk to both cameras here. So what's up, everybody? I'm Coleman Cards. My name is Michael. I live in Los Angeles. I moved out here like 5 or 6 years ago for acting. I basically was just acting and doing bartending up until a couple of years ago when I quit basically all of it and went full-time into cards. And I've been a collector my entire life. It was really just a side hustle for the last like 4 or 5 years. And then I went full-time, like I said. So that's kind of my story. Pretty simple, nothing crazy. All
right, talk about your knowledge in finances, though, because I think that's where we really started to connect and build rapport. Because you're very good with money, but that wasn't always the case. So, what's your background there? Because what you're doing now in cards is going to be setting you up for a much bigger and brighter future because of how you're handling your money right now.
100%. Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah. So like 4 years ago, October 2017. So literally like 4 years ago, I took my first ever Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University class. I got somebody named Cards and Crypto says, "Don't bring up Dave Ramsey, please."
Hey, not very popular, but like pretty tried and true. So I mean, like,
yeah.
And there's other good philosophies out there too, by the way.
So I get that there's probably some people that don't really like Dave Ramsey. I kind of love him. I love, like, I've actually heard bad things about him as far as like how he treats employees and stuff. Like I've actually heard some bad things about him, but that being said, as far as like his information and the stuff that you're getting, his financial like instruction is really sound and it lasts over time and it's all based off of biblical principles, which have been around for thousands of years. So as you were saying, it's tried and true. So you can't really go against that. And I would always say, listen to the message, not the messenger. But anyway, I got into it about 4 years ago. I took one class, loved it, started like budgeting, creating a budget, loved like having a tiny amount of money and like figuring out how to allocate every single dollar of it. Kept doing that, started figuring out a way to be able to save money, be able to way to pay off my debt. And it was really just knowing where every single dollar was going And then obviously I love cards, so I started having a budget for cards, started buying cards, selling cards, kind of like just flipping and hustling that way and stuff, and then just kept building that up. And what's funny is, I still live the same way I lived like 4 years ago. Like I don't drive a new car. I don't have like my own place. I still live in the same apartment. I still do my budget every single month. So I'll be going out of town here next week. And before I go out of town, I'll make sure that I get my budget done for October with everything that I made from September allocated across the month in October so that I don't even have to think about where my money goes. I already know where it all gets to go. If I run out of money for restaurants or for groceries, I literally have to just eat whatever is in my cupboard. But I obviously have it dialed in really well now, 4 years later, to where I'm pretty good at it and stuff. So, and I love it.
For one, I did request to be live. I don't know how that works. I've never requested with someone else. So if it's there.
There we go. Yep, I see it. So, hold on. Okay.
There we go. Now we got the other half of the conversation probably going in a second. So we're trying to do this on YouTube and Instagram, but definitely want to bring Coleman on for several reasons. And based on everything you've learned over the last couple of years in money, how has that helped you with cards? Like, how has that helped you, like, based on whatever principles, Dave Ramsey or someone else, how has that helped you when you go in on a situation on an investment? Because when we talked the other day, you were talking about, like, let me see there. There we go. There I am. Okay.
Raise this up.
So when we were there, you were talking about cards that are like in the high five figures. We're talking about like you could buy multiple cars. You could buy a house in a lot of parts of the country, and yet you're still doing it in cards and looking at it as an investment and an asset. So yeah, what is it that you're seeing, or how are you operating in that sense?
Yeah, so I'm still doing the same thing I've been doing for the last 4 years. It's just different numbers. I'm going to turn this down a little bit.
Yeah, turn the volume all the way down if you can.
Hey, that should be good.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, at first, like 4 years ago, obviously I was buying Luka Prizm Silvers raw for like $150. I was grading them, selling them for like $400 or $500, which was a lot of money. Still is a lot of money. And then I have just been doing that so long now that I've been able to build up a pretty good inventory and stuff, and be able to have like liquidity to be able to make bigger plays and stuff. And obviously in this market that we're in, if you had inventory already of good stuff, if you had, cards already, everybody kind of saw an appreciation over the last 2 years, like probably like 4 or 5x. So now everything is kind of like, I'm still going after some of the same cards I was going after a couple of years ago. It's just now the numbers are a lot different. But also too, because of sort of like my financial principles, I would say, of how to, save and really just try to use every single dollar I can for investing. I've been able to accumulate enough to make bigger plays and stuff, and be right a lot of the time too, just because I have I have a pretty good knowledge of sports cards and like what are good cards to go after, what are good cards to get, what are good cards to try to grade. So yeah.
So, okay. For one, I don't know what's going on with Instagram. It kicked me off, but I mean, I see you right there. I requested, but man, it's tough doing all this IT stuff. If I'm going to take a picture, you're going to see like how all the stuff that's going on. It looks like we're computer hackers that don't know what we're doing. But okay, so when we were talking though, you were talking about like a pretty big investment outside of cards based on what cards have brought you, like in terms of the way you've been flipping. Now you're looking at another form of investing, like outside of cards. That's a way to perhaps like pay bills or be a bit more passive. Is that something you want to touch on, just in terms of like what cards have been able to bring you in terms of like where you see yourself in the next couple of years?
Yeah. So the IG, real quick, the IG thing is apparently we're getting echo on it. And someone said that if we each put in an AirPod, it would cut out the echo.
Oh, man. I got one right here.
The IG.
Huh?
Should we try that, or should we just ditch the IG?
Yeah, maybe we just ditch the IG next time.
Okay, where can we tell everybody to go from IG here.
Yeah, guys, we're doing our break on YouTube. The Comeback Card Investor. We got a box of Prizm, and it's all going to charity, going to Boys and Girls Club of America, sponsored by Burbank Sports Cards. We wanted to do it on both platforms, but apparently you need AirPods, I don't know, all this sort of stuff. So we're going to be focused on YouTube for this time.
They're saying just mute the Zoom. Hold on. Just mute the Zoom.
It's not even Zoom.
Yeah. We might have to
just turn your volume down.
Time. I don't know. You want to end the IG and just stick on the YouTube? What do you think?
Man, this is confusing. This is real confusing. I say we ditch the IG this time, and then we'll be on YouTube, and you can rewatch it tomorrow. But that's why we need one of these like fancy teams, man. We live in LA, and we're like trying to piece this together ourselves. But
the one bad thing about being a Dave Ramsey guy is that you're too cheap to get a team together for your AV.
But when you run the numbers, you realize it doesn't make financial sense to get the team. So that's the good part.
Wait, they're saying it's good now.
Okay. Well, maybe let's just keep it up. Let's just keep it up. All right, cool.
Guys on IG, if it's not working or if it sucks, just let me know. If it starts getting echoey, let me know, and then I'm going to end it here. And then if you want to go on to YouTube, you can watch it live on Brad's YouTube page, The Comeback Card Investor. So we're going to just continue on. So anyway, Brad, can you ask that question again about like relating where I'm at now with like, real world stuff?
Well, okay, look, when we spoke at Burbank the other day, you were mentioning some big cards, but also ideas you have in terms of how you can use what you've made in cards and put that into other forms of investing that might be more passive or just kind of like build on it. So, it's a crazy great time for cards. You were in early, you have a great strategy, and you have a great mindset. Where are you going to be taking this personally, especially knowing what you do about compound interest and investing and having money work for you?
Okay, so as we talked about a little bit yesterday, like my gut right now is saying like, okay, well, I was in this market that quickly went up. So a smart investor might or could take his profits out of this market, put it into another one where maybe it's a little bit more safe, steady, better returns, whatever have you. So we were talking about real estate. We were talking about franchises. We were talking about things like that. And where I'm kind of at is I'm learning about real estate more. I'm learning about franchises a little bit. But what I'm probably going to do is continue what I'm doing with cards. One, because I have a very specific skill set for cards. I know it very well. I know that I can continue to do this and continue to do well and succeed with this. Of course, I'm dependent on the market still continuing to do what it does, which I don't think it's going to be a problem at a certain level in cards. I think when you're talking about like extremely low end or cards that are not very rare, high population, readily available cards, like that's a very scary market to be trying to like play around in and be successful over a long period of time. But I think if you're dealing with extremely rare, desirable pieces, then you're essentially dealing with fine art. In that way, you almost become an art dealer. So I don't think that there's a lot of reason for me to stop doing what I'm doing with cards. So what I have been doing is I've been trying to find people that know more than about this stuff like real estate and franchises and investing my money in different places than I do. So I got a good friend who's trying to put me in touch with like, financial advisors and like, business owners and accountants and stuff like that have all, they're all farther ahead than I am on my financial journey. And they're at a different level to where they can look back and say, oh, I remember when you were when I was at your point right now. And this is how I was able to take another step up and to continue like, my financial success and stuff. So I'm just trying to learn without really making any like sort of like big splashes or anything, especially since I'm really gung-ho about having a proper understanding of what you're going to do before you invest, because investing it can be very terrifying if you don't know what you're doing, because it's exposure. With sports cards, a lot of people are terrified to buy a sports card. I'm not terrified because I understand it. Whereas with real estate, I'm terrified to buy real estate, yet there's a ton of people that would be like, no, real estate's a great idea. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah, you brought up a lot of really good points. First one is that the more knowledgeable you are, the less risky anything gets. So a high risk investment that you know a ton about is not nearly as risky as a medium or intermediate risk investment that you know nothing about. So the fact that you have your advantages, you have your knowledge, all of that, and you see cards through a much, I guess, comprehensive lens, it's not as risky. Me going up to the level you're at and putting that much money into a card where I don't have that experience, especially when you're talking about $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 cards where it might be guaranteed to be desirable, but it doesn't guarantee to go up in value, at least not short term. So that's where it's like, it'd be petrified or scary as hell for me. At the same time, what I've noticed with the market is that you have the high-end cards breaking records all the time. You have the fractionalized ownership, the collectible, the Otis, all these companies that are like sold for 3.6 million, sold for 6.4, where you have that very top tier, that 1% of the 1%, which is in bona fide alternative asset / art category. And then you have like a lot of the newer stuff that's in that $500 to $1,000 range, where it's kind of all over the place and the pop reports are going through the roof. And there's a lot of just a lot of volatility and a lot of unknown. And that's where I was even thinking, you know, maybe I start investing more into either sealed wax or into fractionalized shares of some of these big cards that I at least know, even if I overpay a bit on a share, I might at least know that that is a desirable card at the end of the day, versus what's going on now is second year cards, first year Prizm, first year Select, first year Optic, whatever. Things were more trendy and they're not guaranteed to be that desirable. You know, it's more just like the casual collector might like it or they might like something else, but that high-end investor, art collector, sports card collector, whatever, would never even touch it. You know, there's only a very small percentage of those cards in existence. And so that's where I feel like, you know, I would want to get a piece of, just because I don't know what's going to be trendy next, right? I mean, like we saw so many things over the last 16, 18 months.
100%. You touched on wax, which is literally in sports cards. It's literally the best investment you can make. It's the safest investment you can make. Maybe not the best. I mean, whatever your definition of the best is, but what I mean is the safest investment you can make, because wax never goes down. It literally only slowly goes up, and there's always demand for it. You know, Burbank sports cards, it's a place where that's a place, for instance, where you can take a card, you can try to sell it, but based off who the player is, the type of card, everything like that, you know, Ryan's going to only give you so many points on it, meaning like 70 cents on the dollar or, you know, 80 cents on the dollar, whatever. Whereas almost any wax, unless it's like really, you know, undesirable wax, but like any sort of like modern day wax for any of the big sports, anything like that, you can take it to Ryan and he's probably going to pay you like 90 cents on it, because he knows how desirable it is, how fast it's going to move. So for that reason, for the last like 6 months, I've definitely been putting together like a small wax collection, just because it's kind of cool just to have. And I know that it's a rainy day fund. You know, like with Dave Ramsey, there's the emergency fund and everything. And I have my step one for emergency fund, but I really like having like a fully fledged 3 to 6 month emergency fund in the form of wax, because again, like could it go down? Yes. Like in a very dire circumstance, it could go down, but it is the absolute safest investment in sports cards. And then, yeah, what you're talking about with like that $500 to $1,000 stuff, that's very volatile and very risky. Look, like because of like the Luka Doncic's and the LeBron James and the Tom Brady's of the world, because all those cards have gone so parabolic and gone up so much, it's made every other card, whether it's a good player or not, worth something, worth a lot more than it would have been 2 years ago. That's just more dangerous. It's more volatile, because now like a card that was probably only worth $10 is now maybe worth $100, just because everything is expensive. Well, if that guy is, you know, a Cam Reddish or something like that. I'm not saying anything bad about Cam Reddish. I'm sure he's I'm sure he's going to have a great career. It's just there's so many guys in every league, and they all come out and they're bright and they have all the potential in the world. And slowly, one game at a time, their entire legacy fades away. There's tons of players I loved watching, in the early 2000s, in the late 2000s, in the late 90s that, if I mentioned the name, you'd say, oh, yeah, I remember that guy. But at the end of the day, like in the moment, he was a big player, and then now he's not. And so there's these guys like, Cam Reddish or Jamal Murray or, any of these guys that have cards that command crazy amounts, like in the thousands of dollars. But it's like, is that going to be a good long-term investment, or is that going to be a good short-term investment? And knowing the difference and and understanding that really, because, some people are out there just like, oh, I just want to buy this player on this team because I like this player and I like this team, but they're not thinking that that's probably not the best investment. So yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like if Tracy McGrady, your favorite guy to collect, if he was playing right now and if he was at top form, his cards would be through the roof. And he turned out to be a good player. I like T-Mac. I'm a Magic fan. And yet right now, what's his legacy except for good player, riddled by injuries, could never see his true potential. But I mean, it's important to know what's short term and what's, when that price goes up because they hit a game-winning 3 or because they have a couple games in a row, that's your window to sell, and that's probably going to be your best one versus guys that are, like the LeBrons, the Kobes, the guys that are just, you're playing with house money because they can only add to their legacy unless they do something horrifically wrong, like in society. Tom Brady doesn't have to win another Super Bowl. His cards will still go up in value long-term because he's just cemented such a strong legacy. And off the field, I think he's a very respectable guy as well. But if he wins another one, okay, it'll go up a bit more, even more legacy. But the more I see the pop reports go through the roof, there was a report from GemRate. I want to shout out Ryan from GemRate who puts together what's coming back from PSA. And his numbers were over 190,000 cards, I believe, not last month. I don't want to say last week. Last month, 190,000 cards. So it's something where you go, and you could look at all the cards that jump the most in pop, but it's the point where you're like, well, how do I counter that? And the way to counter it is to buy sealed wax of older stuff where that it's only going to go down, it's not going to go up, or to focus on those cards that are so old and they were valuable 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that the odds of those pop reports jumping is very unlikely. And they might go up a couple, but a Michael Jordan rookie card was valuable 4 years ago, 5 years ago, enough to the point where if it was worth grading, someone would have graded it. It wouldn't have just been sitting there, in PSA 9, PSA 10 shape. So that's where I'm starting to think, I don't even want to dabble in cards where I can pick the right player, the right card. But then, just like Kyler Murray, and I saw a comment on Kyler Murray. It was last week. I shared the article, and I forgot if it was last month because last week sounded too crazy. Yeah, 190,000 cards last week. That's ridiculous. Okay, so, if it's, the guys like Jordan or whatever, it's fine. But Kyler Murray is a guy I bought in January, and it was a Prizm-based PSA 10. And what I learned from football season last year is people want PSA 10 and they want Prizm. And that's what shot through the roof. And that same Kyler Murray card, I think, sold for over $1,000 a couple times. And I bought it in January for $360 to $400. I bought like 4 or 5 of them. The issue is that there were only 1,400 in existence. And now, 8 months later, there's about 2,500 in existence. So even though I picked the right player, I picked the right grading company, I picked a card that was proven to be desirable based on last year, now the prices are sitting at exactly where I bought them for versus it being up to $600 or $700. So that's where I'm like, man, I picked all these things correct, and yet I still can't get a break because I didn't factor in the dilution of the card based on more of them coming onto the market.
Exactly. So again, like you made the right play. Like you understood you picked the player at the right time. You picked the right grade. You even picked the right card, but you had that the pop report going against you as these cards are coming back. So the way that you battle that is scarcity, right? Because there are Kyler Murray cards that have gone up since then that haven't been affected by that population. It's just knowing what is it? Is it a funny comment or what?
Are you seeing this one?
No. What is no? Because I'm not in the chat here in the YouTube. Oh, okay,
don't worry about it.
Anyway, I'm gonna get off this IG live, guys. I'm gonna focus here on the YouTube show, just because we're getting.
We're about to bust open the cards right now, so we wanted to get some nice little banter out of the way. We're about to bust open the cards, so hop on over to YouTube if you can and join us here. Hopefully, we got some fire up in these packs.
Okay. Well, that was a horrible idea to do the IG live, or we just had a horrible execution. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks like Charles Barkley. I don't know what popped up there, but I thought it was Charles Barkley at first. I don't know who that is. Anyway, that's not Charles Barkley. Anyway, dude, so there's a comment on raw cards, and that was something else. And let's touch on raw cards because I think there's a lot of opportunity in raw cards because a lot of people don't see opportunity in it right now. And we talked a bit about raw cards and how you like to grade. So, with PSA being shut down or like suspending their more economical services, economical services, like a lot of people are getting rid of raw cards or just don't know what to do with them or aren't buying. But what's your take with raw cards right now based on what you're seeing in the future?
So, my take on raw cards right now is there is opportunity there, but you got to just be running the number. Just like 2 years ago, it's just you have to run the numbers. It was just easier 2 years ago. It was easier a year ago. But still, like the best returns you can make is if you run the numbers. And what I mean by run the numbers is look at the card in question, the raw card in question. What is it worth? What is it worth as a PSA 8? What is it worth as a PSA 9? What is it worth as a PSA 10? What's the likelihood it'll get one of those grades? And what does it cost to grade the card? So, if I was sending in 50 cards a week a year ago, now I'm sending in like 2 or 3 cards a week now, just because the prices are so high to grade it. There's only so many opportunities because you have to submit a card that's worth a certain amount. So you have to spend more on a raw card. A lot of the raw cards I'm sending in are anywhere from $500 to $2,000 in value just for one card. Whereas a year ago, I was sending in literally any card I could find, basically, that was worth like $5. So yeah, that's kind of like my take on the raw stuff right now. In the future, there's going to be much more opportunity, and you can kind of look out for that because PSA just lowered their prices for Express down to $150, and so it went from $200 to $150. So that can, it's not a big jump, but again, like that, even that $50, that's going to start making a couple more cards worth the opportunity to submit. So if you can run the numbers and kind of figure out what your downside is, what your upside is, certain things are going to make a lot of sense to you. Me, I've been going to shows for the past like 6 months, ever since PSA closed down. I try not to take too many raw cards back in trade, but if I do see really clean raw cards, I won't be hesitant to take a couple back here and there, especially if I think that they're going to grade well, because I know that eventually I will be able to grade them once the prices continue to go down. So I just have a massive stack going, as we were talking about a couple days ago. I have a massive stack of raw cards in my cupboard. And when the prices went down, I literally just sifted through them and was like, okay, is there anything in here that, for $150, if I grade it, if it gets a PSA 9, would that like make the value gain worth it? And some stuff, yes, some stuff, no. So like I have a couple LeBron Topps paper 2003 number 221 base rookie cards, extremely clean cards, but PSA grades them pretty tough right now. So I think they would get like PSA 9s. Well, I bought them for $400 each. PSA 9s are going for roughly like $1,000. So, I mean, at 150, 200, if I send a couple in and they get PSA 9s, then I'm going to end up making, probably about $300 in value gain after you factor in the grading fee and stuff. So, I just look through stuff like that. You got to always keep in mind that raw stuff that you're buying from somebody, usually there's a reason why it's raw. So you got to really look out for that. Sometimes there'll be a crease on it or a lifted edge or a dinged corner or a scratch on the surface, something that you're just not paying attention to. So my whole thing with inspecting raw cards as far as opportunities for grading is always to look at it through the lens of there is something wrong with the card and I'm going to find it. Because often what you do when you look at a raw card is you want it to be clean. You really want it to be a clean card. So you look at it with rose-colored glasses. And we're humans. So we do that with
that would match your shirt.
I'm sorry?
That would match your shirt very nicely, those glasses.
Yeah, exactly. Just like when I got this shirt, I wanted it to be a cool shirt. So I was believing it was a cool shirt the entire time.
You were still wearing those glasses.
Then I got home and I was like, oh, man, I fooled myself. I thought it was a good shirt. No, but it's the same thing with looking at raw cards. Your brain wants it to be this clean, beautiful opportunity to send in and get graded. So you really have to trick your brain and say, there is something wrong with this card. I'm going to find it, and look for even the smallest minute things that may make it get held back as far as the grading goes and stuff.
Yeah, and we're going to bust open some cards now because it's been 30 minutes of just gathering great information from you. The one thing I would add that you mentioned the other day, which makes perfect sense, and there was a comment on here about it, is it's the time that it takes for the cards to get back as well. So if they do open up another service that is $50 a card or $80, you also have to do the math on if this card comes back in 6 months, if that's going to be realistically the turnaround. Is this a very volatile player, or is it a guy like LeBron James who could have a season-ending injury and still be okay long term? But the Bowls, the Rui Hachimuras, the Jared Stidhams, some guys I bought because there was some upside. But if you sent those cards to get in to get graded, they could be out of the league, by the time the cards come back. So that's where it's not only the dollar amount, it's how volatile is this player, because 6 months, 8 months could be the end or the beginning of the end of one of these guys' careers. So that's where it is like run the numbers and use that time frame in your calculations as well. So great stuff there. Let's bust open some cards. Sound good?
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's just start with you. Who's the first guy you have on your list to open?
So I got Mark M.
Mark M. Open up a pack from Mark M. And what are you looking for? What players are you really hot on in this draft class?
Well, you got Lamelo, obviously. Everyone loves Lamelo. He won Rookie of the Year. Personally, I think it's like the two best players in the class are Lamelo and Anthony Edwards. I'm an Anthony Edwards guy. I think he is just an amazing two-way player, got a ton of talent. I think he's a prototypical like wing player like Kobe or Jordan as far as skill set goes. It's just a matter of can he put it all together and like turn it into anything. So I'm big on him. I also like Patrick Williams. I like Tyrese Halliburton. I like Sadiq Bey. I think Wiseman could be something. He's really raw right now. But what's the biggest card we're looking for in here? I think there's pulsars. I want to say there's like a green pulsar or a purple pulsar or something like that.
And guys, if there are any bad packs or anyone doesn't get any monster hits, remember, it's all going to charity. That's going to be our line. At least it's going to charity. So that's pack number one.
This is pack number one. I love the Trigger Fingers comment. Coleman, stand up quick. Any chance you're wearing black parachute pants right now?
Those rose-colored glasses, man.
Okay, so Reebok says green pulsar out of 25. It doesn't say it on the pack, but that's what I thought. I thought there might be a pulsar, like a green pulsar or something. So thank you, Reeboks. Okay, cool. So let's open it up for Mark M, pack number one.
All right, go for it. This is for Mark. Come on.
Okay, so let's see. Go like this. And then I'm going to do a flip. So card number 1, Marcus Smart. We got Airplane Mode, Derek Jones Jr. Trey Jones, rookie card on the Spurs. Ooh, we got a fast break. Oh, these are fast break packs. I got it. Okay, cool.
Nice.
We got a widescreen of Zion. Solid.
Sweet.
Not bad.
Beautiful. Yeah.
It's a nice card.
I like the horizontal stuff, man.
And then a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the man with the most drip out of any player in the league right now.
All right. Sweet. That's pack number 1 for Mark.
Pack number 1 for Mark M.
All right. So that's in the book. I'm going to open pack number 1 for Anthony V. Right here. And this is when the internet crashes. All right. And guys, please give us a bit of grace because we are not breakers. I've opened like 6 packs of cards since getting back in. All right, so I'll start here. Nicola Vucevic, all right, former Magic guy. Wendell Carter Jr., and I'm reading it in the – oh, what is this? We got something blue.
Ooh, what is that?
I mean, it's a cool-looking card. Jay Crowder.
Okay.
Jay Crowder. Beautiful looking card, though. Beautiful looking card. So let's see. I don't know the way you did it. You did it facing this way or you did it the other way?
I did it facing that way, yep.
Facing this way? Okay.
And then I just looked at the screen and was able to tell what it was.
PJ Washington. Is this thing upside down or is that just me?
It's upside down. Kevin
Knox. Okay. And that is it for pack number 1 for Anthony V. So we do have like a – what parallel is this? Do you know which parallel this is?
That's a blue fast break at a 175.
Yeah, number 7. So we got number 7 of 175 of Jay Crowder. I'll put this in a penny sleeve. All right, so who do you got next?
Next, I have David W., pack number 1.
All right.
And I'm just making a quick note for Mark for his pack.
And I mean, remember, guys, at least it's going to charity. This is all supporting the Boys and Girls Club of America. So if any of the packs or any of the things, any of the slots aren't that great, hey, man, all of the proceeds are going to the Boys and Girls Club of America. So that's pretty cool.
And Brad should not become a breaker because he doesn't know how to hype his packs at all.
Yeah, I just keep it real, man.
Yeah, a little too real.
We're going to find something in here.
David W., best of luck. Here we go. So we got De'Aaron Fox.
Nice.
Rui Hachimura. Ooh, purple fast break of Jaylen Brown. Not bad.
That's beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
That's a 75, I believe. Yeah, 49 out of 75. It's a cool card.
Sweet, beautiful.
And then we got Dwight Howard.
Dwight, another former Magic guy. Dude, that's why the Magic broke my heart, man. It was Shaq and then Dwight, and they just couldn't get the job done.
Yep, and T-Mac, man. T-Mac got traded out of there.
That's right, yeah.
And then Andrew Wiggins. So congrats, David. You got a nice little boom.
Yeah, the Jaylen Brown. Yeah, woo! Beautiful card. All right, next pack. And this is for Levi. Levi got 2 slots, so I got to give Levi a shout out because I know each slot was for 2 packs at $70 each, and he Venmo'd me $150, and I was like, "Why is this $150?" And it was because he wanted to donate the rest, and then I said, "No, dude, you're going to get 2 slots. You're going to get 2 slots because I thought that that's what he wanted." With 2 slots, he still donated an extra $10.
Awesome.
So let's get him something sweet here. All right. What do we got here? Donovan Mitchell. Very cool. Ooh, what is that?
Ooh. Obi Toppin rookie card.
Obi Toppin. Sweet. Nice. Beautiful card. I like that. Haven't seen that before.
Yeah, it's a great looking card.
Very cool.
High flyer out of New York.
Avery Bradley. Oh. Aaron Holiday
fast break.
Very nice. Oh, that's that way. And Daniel Theus. See,
Daniel Theus.
Yeah, you watch way more basketball than me. I'm trying to get back into it, but man, football season just has my heart. Football and hockey just has it. So that was pack number 1 for Levi. You want to do the next one?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you are a Tom Brady jock sniffer for sure.
Dude, I mean, who everyone should be. Yeah, I mean, is there a better human out there?
I'm a closet Tom Brady jock sniffer. I'm not out of the closet yet.
One day, man. One day. We'll support you.
It's not gay if you identify as a woman.
Dude, Tom is just the man. Tom is just the man. He is the man in life.
All right, so this is going for Johnny R. Johnny R.
All right, come on, Johnny.
All right, Johnny. Dylan Brooks. Ooh, Shaquille O'Neal.
Good old Shaq.
Kenyon Martin Jr. Rookie card. This kid's a stud. His dad was a stud too. His dad was number 1 overall pick in the year 2000.
Yeah, that's right. Came on for Denver, right? He had like the lipstick kiss tattoo.
Yep, the kiss tattoo. Here
we go.
Bay Fast Break Prizm rookie card. Solid hit right there.
There we go. And you're talking about me not being enthusiastic.
What? No. Boom!
Boom!
Bang!
Yes! Fire! Hit! Fire! Boom!
Bang, baby!
Bang!
No, that's a nice card. That's a good one. And then Jaylen Brown base card on the back.
Sweet. Awesome. There we go. We got something there. We got something. This is pack number 2 for Levi. 2 out of 4 for Levi. All right. Where are the Lamelos at? Come on, Coleman.
My fault.
Come on, man. First live stream?
I remember my first live stream.
All right. We got Alfred Payton, TJ Warren, Precious. You know this guy? Wait.
Precious Achua. He's a really talented rookie from the Heat, but he just got traded to the Raptors.
Interesting.
So we'll see how he
You have any thoughts on him as a player?
He's a great NBA player, I think. I think he's going to have a good career. It's just he's got to develop some more like something else like shooting or something like that, because he's just a rebound guy, high energy, very athletic. But if he can add some more things to his game, he's going to have a nice career.
Awesome. Just like everyone else. If you can get better, you'll be good.
You can just do more.
If you could just not suck, then you'll be all right. All right. Here we go. This is going to be a pretty card. Was it dominance or double? Downtown.
Downtown Giannis.
Giannis. Man. That's a pretty card right there. That is beautiful. What is this? Okay. I'm not familiar with this set too much, but man, that's a good looking card.
That's a great looking card. It's got like the galaxy in the background.
Yeah. Yeah. Very sweet. Very sweet. All right. Then the last one is Miles Bridges. I keep thinking of Jeff Bridges. Completely no relation. Put that on top of it. All right. Who do you got next?
All right. So we got Ryan L next. This is Ryan L's first pack of 2. I'll show it.
Come on.
All righty. See if we got anything. Got 2 fast breaks in here.
All right.
Bogdan Bogdanovic, now on the Atlanta Hawks.
The GOAT, right?
We got Eric Gordon of the Rockets. Fast break. Denny Avia. Boom!
Boom, baby.
Boom! Denny Avia, rookie card fast break.
The next Tyler Hero, just based on what I could see from how he looks.
And we got Dirty Dirk. Fearless fast break.
That is one shiny card.
And then we got Jordan Poole looking like a WNBA player. Cool. So you got the Denny is definitely the big hit out of that pack for sure. Denny Avila, rookie card fast break.
Do you know? Do you have thoughts on him?
I haven't watched him play a ton. He's definitely a skilled Euro. He came out and people were like making Luka Doncic comparisons and stuff, but he's pretty raw. He's definitely got like a little ways to go, but he's a talented player.
But if he gets a lot better, then he'll be good.
If he learns some things.
All right. So this one is for Ryan G. All right. So Ryan G.
Oh, you're right, Jordan. That was a variation of Denny, huh? Yeah, Denny variation fast break. Nice. That's a cool card.
All right. So who we got here? Dwayne Bacon. Hope no one's getting hungry. And who's this? Devin Vassell?
Devin Vassell from Spurs.
You're a fan of this guy?
I am. He's a good player. He's a good player. I think he'll have a nice career if he learns how to get better. Oh, you got a silver.
Won't they all?
You got a silver coming, man.
I got a silver here. But who's it a silver of? Any hints? Do we have any hints so far?
It's not a rookie. That sucks. It doesn't look good.
It's
wrong ball, brother.
Wrong ball.
Wrong ball.
Oh, dang. Maybe there's a Lamelo just to make up for it. Jordan Clarkson. And Steph Curry base. Man. If that was a Lamelo. If only that was a Lamelo. Okay. Who do you got next?
Okay, so next I got Brenton E, and we got one pack for Brenton. So best of luck,
cool.
Brenton. Let's get you a banger. All right, here we go. We got Jeremy Lamb, Caleb Martin, Harry Giles.
Harry what? Oh, sorry.
Giles. Chef Curry fast break.
Pretty card.
Very, very pretty card. And a Vince Carter base. Very cool card, but just the base of Vince Carter.
Yeah, cool card though. Yeah. Trigger finger, wrong ball. That's what she said. All right. Next up, we got, and that was Brenton E, right?
That was Brenton E, correct.
All right. So I'm going to go and do Brenton last so that he still has more to go. This is for Anthony V. So this is Anthony V's second pack. So let's get you something good, Anthony. All right, come on, baby. Oh, well, here we go. At least, yep.
Yeah, other way, you got it.
Beautiful card.
LeBron.
Beautiful. I mean, if it was a variation, it'd be better, but that's a beautiful card right there. Let's see what else we got. Another wrong ball.
Wrong ball.
Oh, we got something red.
Uh-oh. Red fast break?
And it's upside down. Any idea based on that bicep?
Eric Bledsoe? No.
Brandon Ingram. All right. Aaron Gordon. I'll flip it over. And Josh Jackson.
Right.
Okay, congratulations, Anthony. Those are your cards. Some pretty cool looking cards in the packs, and all the proceeds are going to charity. So there you go. Who you got next, Coleman?
All right, cool. So we're going back now. We got Mark M for his second pack. Best of luck, Mark. Last pack for Mark. We got Julius Randle. We got Spencer Dinwiddie. There we go. There's the true base of Denny. Denny Avdia rookie card.
Nice.
True base rookie. Fireworks of John Morant fast break. Cool looking
Beautiful.
card.
Yeah, very nice.
And then a Derek White. Not bad.
Awesome.
So you got the Denny and you got the John Morant, and that finishes you off, Mark. Congratulations.
Awesome, man. Very cool.
Mark.
Yeah, thank you. It's you got a bonus for donating, man. That's pretty much how I see it. All right, so we got 2 packs for Levi coming up. Then we got Ryan and Brenton. So first pack for Levi right here. Come on, let's get Levi something sweet. All right. Alex Caruso, who, when I looked at him the first time, I thought he looked like he should just be a CPA or something. I was like, who is this dude? Robert Woodard. Are you familiar with Robert Woodard?
I'm not. I know he's a late second round pick.
Okay. Well, hey, you never know. If he gets good, man.
If he gets good,
he might have a decent career.
Good.
If he gets way better than what he currently is, he might be all right.
There's potential. Turn on a light.
Jared Culver. Oh, we got something here. Something green. It's green on the bottom.
Jason Tatum. See a little Jason Tatum fast break.
Oh, Eric Bledsoe.
Ooh, Bledsoe. Nope, that's not the one.
Almost as bad as Drew Bledsoe. All right. And Darius Baisley. Okay.
Oh.
All right, so that's pack number 1. Well, pack number 3 for Levi. So this will be pack number 4, unless you want to go next.
Oh, no, go for it.
All right. So, Levi, this is your – and you have, what, 2 packs left or 3?
I have 3 packs left.
Okay. So, perfect. So, this is for Ryan G. Wait, hold on. No, sorry. Last one for Levi. Okay. All right. Cody Zeller. D'Anthony Melton. I'm a rookie here. Grant
Miller?
Yeah. So I'm guessing you're not familiar with them.
I don't know him.
The fact that you're squinting at his last name. Okay.
The wrong Charlotte Hornet rookie.
Yeah. We got something cool here.
Ooh,
Devin Booker, fireworks.
sure.
I mean, super cool looking cards. I mean, just very flashy, very exciting. Kind of like an Avengers movie.
Yeah, very cool looking card. Great with the purple jersey and purple galaxy.
And we got Kemba Walker in here. Awesome. Kemba Walker. So a couple really beautiful cards. Levi, thanks so much for donating. That was super generous of you. And to get to offer $150 for 1 spot just because it's going to charity, and then at least you got 2 spots in the break. At least you got something there. All right. So who do you got next?
All right, so I got the last pack for Johnny R. Johnny R. Best of luck, brother. All right, here we go. We got Clint Capella. Ooh, we got a red fast break, too.
All right.
Put that one on back real quick and slow roll that. Hold on. All right. Russell Westbrook. Shake Milton. Jonas Valanciunas.
Come on.
And then for the red fast break, oh, where are we at? There we are. Harry Giles. Harry what? Harry Giles.
Harry Chest of Coleman. Harry everything except for the top of his head. So Harry, this guy Harry Giles, he has a lot of hair on his head, and you got a lot of hair everywhere else. Okay.
Congratulations, Johnny. You got a red fast break.
And then
Harry Giles.
who else? How many more do you have? It's 2 left, right?
2 left.
2 left. Okay, I got 2 left. This one's for Ryan G. All right. Come on, baby.
Let's go, Ryan.
Dwight Powell. Nick Richards. You familiar with Nick?
I am not. But if he works on his game, he could be good.
Ooh, we got something blue.
Let's go, rookie. Come on, let's get a rookie.
Should I do that last? Because I see. All right, let me do that last because at least there's a chance.
Yeah, do
because I see Josh Richardson, so there's nothing here, right?
Nothing
so
there.
that's base.
Unless you're a Josh Richardson fan.
Unless and base cards are your jam.
And yeah, if you like base cards and Josh Richardson, there is something there.
Okay, Goran
Dragic.
Okay. And last one is
let's get a banger. Who's
Montrezl Harrell.
Montrezl Harrell.
Everyone's favorite.
Nah.
Pretty card. Remember, guys, it's a pretty card, and it's all benefiting a charity.
It's a pretty card, and it's definitely benefiting a charity.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, look, the other way would have been like auction off the most expensive card, and the proceeds go to charity, but that would not have worked very well.
No, definitely not. All right, here we go. Last pack for Ryan L. I like the comment. If Ben Simmons got a brain transplant, he could be good.
Hey, man. Jameis Winston just got LASIK, so who knows?
Ooh. All right, Ryan, here we go. Here's your last pack. See if, okay. You do have a fast break in there, but we'll just leave it where it is. All right, so we got Chris Middleton, finals champ. We got Marc Gasol.
He's hairy like you.
Poku. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom.
Poku right there. This kid's a stud.
There it is.
Alexiv Pokusevsky. I think that's how you say it. They call him Poku, though. This kid is a killer. That's
sweet. Awesome.
RJ Barrett fast break. Cool looking card. And a Jay Crowder. So not bad, Ryan. You got the Poku rookie. It's always cool. Get that.
What would you do right now with like a base rookie card if you just pulled this? Would you hold on to it? Would you try and move it? Would you be like, it's going to be too long to try and grade because that service level would be forever, and I don't even know if that player is going to be good?
Yeah, I wouldn't grade. So that Poku rookie, if it was mine, I'm sure it's worth like $5. But if Poku blows up, that card could probably be worth like 15 one night. So I might list it on eBay with like the plain white envelope tracking service they have for 90 cents shipping.
Yeah. And
just get my $15 and call it a day.
Yeah, for sure.
If he blows up, which he will. He'll have some big games.
There you go. Yeah, and you only need a couple. Only need a streak or a couple big games to find that window. All right, this is for Brenton E. Come on, Brenton. Last pack. Let's get you something good. All right. Erison Ilyasova, something like that.
Yeah, you nailed it.
OG Anunoby. Zach Levine. All right.
It all goes to charity, and watching Brad try to pronounce the names is not enough.
I mean, there's some tough names, man. And here's the thing: when they become superstars, I could say Giannis Antetokounmpo, but when they're not stars yet. All right, we got something. Come on. I want to do it last, just because this is the last pack we got. So I see here Shabazz Napier on the back. Shabazz Napier. And that is Jordan Clarkson. Bam!
Boom! No, now you're just being rude. That's not a bang. That's not a bang right there.
But not every pack is good. Do you have any left? Do you have one left or no?
I have one left for wait. Boom. Boom. Who did I miss? Oh, David W. Sorry, David W. I have one pack left for you. I didn't do your second pack.
Okay. This is it.
David W. This is your pack right here. Last pack.
Five Lamelo silvers.
I think that's physically impossible, but let's get you a banger. So there's no silvers apparently. Apparently you can't hit
or the fast break.
Fast break.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Let's get you a Lamelo blue fast break. All right. Ooh. I think we got an auto. Got an auto.
Okay.
So let's see what we got. We got Dante DiVincenzo. Oh, let me mess with the auto here and put it a certain way here.
Not in your pocket.
No. I'm gonna just no. This is good actually. Here we go. This is a good pack. This is a really good pack.
Okay,
All
sweet.
right,
Here you needed to end on this.
No. This is a big pack. It's not the auto. There's something even better in here.
Wait, like big, as in like actually big, or big relative to what we've had?
Like huge relative to what we had. Like the best card is in this pack.
Okay, sweet.
All right. So here we go. LaMarcus Aldridge.
I see where you're going.
Dante DiVincenzo.
It is a big pack.
Rocco, Robert Covington. All right. Here's your auto. Markelle Fultz, fast break auto.
Nice.
And here's the last card in the entire box. Boom, baby! LeBron James retro flashback fast break Prizm.
There we go.
Boom! Boom! Let's go!
Let's go.
Let's go!
There it is.
Boom! David. Banger.
Beautiful. So
Banger. That gets a sleeve for sure.
There you go. So what would you wait for if that was your card? What would you do card? Wait for it to be like a $20 service, something like that, $30 service? Because I don't even know the retail on that.
I don't know. I mean, I know a silver is worth a couple $100, so I don't know what this is worth.
In a 10, or you're saying raw?
No, I mean raw. A silver of this is worth like a lot, so I don't know what this is worth. This is worth one sleeve used. I know, Dunk. I know.
well, maybe you could put it in 2 sleeves. Can you do that?
No, honestly, we probably should have sleeved some more cards. We just didn't. I'm curious, and I don't mean to pry, but I kind of want to look to see what this is worth.
Nadeem says sold for $60 Canadian 3 days ago.
Yeah. It's like a $50 card.
Okay. So maybe if there was like a $30 service, $40 service, it'd be worth it.
Yeah. It's not worth it to grade this card right now, I don't think, unless you get it and you decide it's very clean and you want to risk the $150 to try to grade it and it gets a PSA 10, then it's probably worth like $300, I'm guessing. So, maybe you make $100, but I would say right now it's probably not worth it to grade. You probably wait.
Yeah, beautiful card though. Yeah, if you could trade it, you could do something with it. I think the one cool thing, because I saw some comments here, worth nothing to me. Why are 15+ year cards worth hundreds or thousands? And yeah, there's definitely a great point to that. I think it comes down to aesthetics, but the one thing that's in its favor is that first year Prizm is a pretty iconic set, and that's like a throwback to first year Prizm. So at least it reminds people of that set. Personally, first year Prizm doesn't really do much for me. And I'd rather just go to rookie cards, but hey, if it looks good, it looks good.
Yeah, that's your best card right there. It's a really pretty card. And yeah, like you said, flashback to the 2012. Way to go, R. David. Nice hit.
Awesome, guys. Well, yeah, absolutely. So, Coleman, I want to thank you for coming on. I'm going to have to pick up the cards from you, and I'll ship these out soon. Guys, please check out Burbank Sports Cards. They're the ones that are generous enough to give us this box for free for us to be able to do this so that we can raise money for charity. And whether you got some great hits or not, at least you can feel good about that. And please smash that like button too, because I want to be able to do this once a month. Hopefully bigger boxes, bigger hits, guests like Coleman and others that have a lot of insight as well. So it really means a lot to me that you guys have joined me and Coleman tonight. So I really appreciate it. Any final words, Coleman?
Brad, thank you so much for having me on, man. Like, I love talking finance and cards with you. I was telling you this the other day that, like, I'm very jealous of how you've melded them both together, because it was always like kind of a thing that I thought about of like, it'd be so cool to do a podcast or to do a YouTube show that talks about sports cards and financial piece and kind of molding them together, and how, you can kind of make them both work for each other and stuff, and how when you bring them together, it turns into something really cool. So I just want to say thanks for having me on, man. I'm super grateful that you're doing your thing, and that you're helping people and getting the word out and everything like that. And if anybody ever has any questions, hit me up on Instagram at Coleman_cards. Or if you go to Burbank Sports Cards here in LA and you see me, feel free to just stop by and say hi. I'd love to talk to people and stuff. So anyway, yeah, that's about it. Thanks so much for having me on, man.
Awesome, guys. Thanks so much. Thank you, Coleman, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.